This month's Power in Partnership series focuses on the partnerships that we have with individuals, whether it's vendors or, in this case, members of the Koha community. And what better place to talk about it than at the
2024 KohaCon in Montreal, Canada. One of the best parts about being at KohaCon is getting to interact with the community and see people and really talk about what Koha means to us, and how we can all make it better and work together to do so.
I feel the same way. I think a lot of what we do every day when we work with our, patrons in the library, that same reflection is for us as we work with our partners to help grow Koha and make it better and empower people to have a voice and what they want to see. And we got to sit down and talk with so many people this week.
Yeah, both our partners at Bywater, our partners in other sport companies around the world, and just people who've been contributing to Koha for forever.
We saw a really cool feature that they're doing in France to tie in all of the ILL.
The Union Catalog.
The Union Catalog. Oh,
great.
Gonna be great. I mean, just so many great presentations.
Yeah, it was wonderful. I can't believe the week has flown by already, but we've gotten to see so many people.
And now we'll give you a sneak peek at what those people have to say about the Koha community. We are with Katrin. Katrin, can you tell us your name and where you're from?
Yes, I'm Katrin Fischer. I work at BSZ in Germany.
And tell us what it means to be part of the Koha community.
I think it means a lot. Like you get to meet a lot of very diverse people, and it's a lot of fun, and you get to learn a lot, and it's a lot about like personal and professional growth that's going on there. And yeah, that's awesome.
And just to fangirl for a few minutes, Katrin is the first female release manager for the Koha community. What does that mean to you?
I mean, it kind of like brings me full circle, because at the beginning I never thought I would take on any role in the release team, and I like kind of had them all. So it's like it feels like it was the next logical step to do.
Yeah.
And also I had the support from the developers who said they will back me up when I get stuck. So that's very nice.
It's just so inspiring to see. No, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Hello, we are here with our friends from McKinney Public Library to talk about our Power and Partnership series. So Ed, we'll start with you. Tell us about yourself and what it means to be a part of the community.
Well, I'm Ed Veal. I'm the branch manager of the Roy and Helen Hall Library in the McKinney Library System. And what is important about the Koha community? It's simply community. It's being able to interact with people that know a whole lot more than you do, as well as realizing that none of us know everything. And that's okay. We can all share that information.
I'm Spencer Smith, Director of Libraries at the City of McKinney. The Koha community for me is that really, it's a cliche that there are no stupid questions, but I've asked a lot of stupid questions, but everybody takes them in stride, because we're all working to kind of address the same issues, whether we're in, Germany, Canada, Texas. We want to serve our public the best we can, and we find the overlapping commonalities, and that's really interesting.
Yeah.
David Dagata, Systems Librarian, McKinney Public Library. I think being in the Texas area, we do have a lot more Koha libraries coming up, which is great. And I've been able to make partnerships with other libraries, which is good. So, if things are in development, or there's jQuery out there or JS out there to, help band-aid a situation, it's really good to see like the community comes and shares all of their resources to be able to make that happen, and you're able to make your Koha instance, excel and do things you didn't think it could do.
Thank you so much, McKinney Public Library, and for making everything so wonderful in the Koha community. Hello, we are here now with Andrew Auld from PTFS Europe, and we are going to talk today about community. So Andrew, tell us what's important about the Koha community to you?
Well, I guess for me, I'm not a technical person, so I'm more of a commercial guy. And so for me, the great thing about the community is that it's been a way for me to learn some technical things and to get to know people. And the people who are extremely technical and keep the place running, keep the lights on, they're so helpful, and they're so happy to help people like me get involved in some small way in
Yeah.
contributing either to testing something or to signing something off or whatever it might be that's within my skill set.
Yeah.
And I just love the fact that the community really wants people to help like that, irrespective of their background or
Yeah.
their skills.
Mm.
Yeah, so I love that.
I love that. Tell me about the work you're doing with the Koha community to move towards the Open Library Foundation.
Okay, yeah. So we're underway with this project to help the Koha community, the Koha project, to find a home in the Open Library Foundation.
Mhm.
And what that means is that the project will be able to more easily raise funds, hopefully to apply for some grants, and also to pull together some of our resources that are quite disparately spread around the world and help the support of those resources. That's like sort of servers and things that we use to run mail lists or the website or things like that, the wiki, those sort of things. Just help with some of that.
Yeah.
And we had a terrific workshop session at KohaCon, at which we formed a transitional steering group of 11 people from around the world and across the community. And those 11 are going to work on a set of actions that we discussed at the workshop as well, to basically form what the future governance of that foundation, Koha Foundation, will look like. Not so that it's an overbearing top-down directive type of a structure at all. It was very clear from the workshop yesterday that there's so much about this community that we will retain long into the future in terms of how people work together and the relaxed attitudes we all have, and the friendliness of the community. So none of this is about trying to change any of that, but it's about trying to ensure the project goes forward for a long time to come. It's a 25-year-old project now, and we're going to be celebrating that next year. And we want to see it another 25 years flourishing and growing and reaching libraries all over the world. That's the aim.
Thank you for bringing such positive energy and time to make this happen.
No problem. I love it.
Vibrant part of the community.
Oh, thank you. And you.
Thank you. Hi, I am here with Jonathan from PTFS Europe. And Jonathan, tell us what it means to be a part of the Koha community.
I think it's about getting things done for me, because we've achieved so much this week. Well, particularly here at KohaCon. But it's not just about this week, it's about all the time. We've heard such great stuff about interlibrary loans and the work that's been going on the last goodness knows how many years. And we just need to get a lot done, I think.
And talk to us a little bit about your involvement in helping the Koha community move to the Open Library Foundation.
Yeah, so we've looked at the different foundation options, and we came to the conclusion that the Open Library Foundation was a good place to land the Koha project. And I think it's very important for the sustainability of the project as a whole, for all sorts of reasons, the financial stability of the project, planning ahead, governance. And I think it'll bring a lot of benefits in the years to come. There's obviously a lot of work to do in the short term to get things up and running, but yeah, it's very exciting.
Okay, well, thank you for all you do for the Koha community.
No problem.
Hello, we are here again for our Power and Partnership series, and now to talk to Paul Poulon from Biblibre in France.
Yeah, hello everybody.
Paul, tell us what it means to you to be part of the Koha community.
Being a part of the community is really a long journey for me, because I started to work on Koha in 2002, and it means really a lot of things, because the community since 21 years now has grown a lot, and I am very happy to be a part of such a worldwide community developing a software for every library, every kind of library, not depending on a single vendor, but depending on the work of a global community, just wanting to serve people and to serve libraries all around the world.
Paul, can you talk a little bit about the work you're doing with the Koha community to establish a steering committee and work towards the Open Library Foundation?
Since the beginning, the Koha community has been completely an informal community, and it used to be a good thing, and it has been efficient enough to develop a fully featured software. But now I really think that we need something that is more formal, more official, more I'm not sure the word, but legal. With a legal existence, we could have continued without any formal organization, but I really think it's better to move toward an officially declared structure, and I'm working with the people from the whole community in order to make this happen. And I really think we should do that now, because there are many challenges that we will face in the future, and I'm sure that will help us having a formal structure.
Yeah. Thank you, Paul, for being a vital member of the Koha community.
You're welcome.
I am here with Sonia Pui, and we are going to talk about what's important about the Koha community. So first, tell us a little bit about yourself.
Okay, so I'm French. I work at Lyon Free University. I'm in charge of all library IT questions.
Okay.
In small services we are 4 inside. And I'm also the chairwoman of Koala since many years now. And we are trying to organize many events in France, and to try to send some announcement for Koha too.
Wonderful. Tell us what it means to you to be part of the Koha community.
Okay, when I discovered the Koha community, for me it was really amazing, because I think the people really want to make Koha better, and they are really tight, helps between people.
Yes.
And so when you are part of the Koha community, you feel that everybody wants to go in, perhaps not exactly in the same way, but they have the same goal to improve Koha.
Yes.
And to make it better for everyone. There's some difficulties, but we feel that it's almost like a family.
Yes. Yes. And that's what's so important, the community.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay.
Hello, we are here with the Power to Partnership series, and I am joined by Carolyn from In Libro.
Hi.
Hi. Carolyn, tell us what it means to be part of the Koha community.
The Koha community is so welcoming, and I joined in 2017. So it's been a couple of years, and at first I didn't know like anything about Koha or anything about like Git or documenting or translating or any of that stuff. And I joined IRC, and everybody was so welcoming, and everybody was always willing to help. Yeah, so yeah, I think it's like a very welcoming place, and it's just like this sense of helping each other out, which I think is great. It's a great community.
I feel the same way. That's what it's all about, is being together.
Yeah.
You have just been an amazing host for KohaCon 2024 here in Montreal, Canada.
Yes.
I mean, the organization, the presentations, the cultural events, everything has been flawless. It's been so wonderful and warming. Tell us what it feels like to be
well, today's the last day, so I'm a bit sad.
Yeah.
But I'm also happy because it went relatively well. Well,
it
went well for you.
It went well.
Relatively well for me. Yeah, and I was really excited about having everybody here in Montreal, and having to not having, but getting to share my city with all of you. and poutine and
Yeah.
you know, like the beers and all of that stuff. So yeah, I was really excited when the community allowed us or chose us to host. And we also did it bilingual because
Yes.
the French in Quebec and in Montreal is like really important. So I wanted everyone to be able to understand what the community was bringing in.
Yeah.
So yeah, so we had translators translate the French into English and the English into French.
Which was incredible because we could hear every single presentation that went on, no matter what language was being spoken.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you so much.
Well, thank you for coming.
It's all about community.
Yep.
Thank you. Hello, we are here with Owen. Owen, tell us a little bit about yourself and where you are.
My name's Owen Leonard. I work for Athens County Public Libraries in Ohio. We were the first public library in the United States to use Koha. That was in 2003. So we've been with Koha for a very long time.
And tell us what it means to you to be a part of the Koha community.
It's really hard to put into words. I had never worked with any kind of community of software developers before. I had been in a couple of software user groups before, but we were with proprietary systems where you could go and you could talk about how you use the system, but you couldn't make anything happen. That's it.
Yeah.
And so one of the interesting things about switching to Koha as early as we did was that there weren't a lot of people out there to help us. So when we started talking about using Koha, we reached out directly to Chris Cormack and worked directly with him.
Yeah.
And later worked directly with Paul Poulin, the lead one.
Yeah.
They came to Ohio and we got to meet them and work together. And
Wow.
so I've been building these relationships for a long time. And then at every KohaCon, I meet more people and build more relationships. It's really wonderful.
Yeah. Owen is one of the OGs, the original gangsters of the U.S. Koha contingent. Thank you, Owen, for everything you do.
Oh, you're welcome.
All right.
It's such a pleasure.
Always.